Okay, well, thank you, all my woke folk, for tuning back into my channel. Um, I'm a movie bum. I love movies. I started writing scripts when I was in third grade. Shout out to Miss Hunt, Gaithersburg School, Elementary. Anyways, that's besides the point. I mean, I love movies so much that I wrote scripts. I tried to recreate movies and TV shows, and I tried to take a college course in it. I dropped out, but I still write today. I'm writing books right now. I have a book written. Anyways, it's besides the point. I know I talk a lot on here about how entertainment's bad and, you shouldn't this and you shouldn't that. When I watch movies these days, though, I can't help but to dissect it. Like, I used to dissect movies, actually. But now I dissect it in a different way in which I have to point out the P to the second power, aka predictive programming. I really didn't want to say the PP, like, for abbreviation purposes. I just wanted to say P to the second power because that sounds ridiculous and that's kind of funny. But, like, yeah. So that's what I want to do with this movie, Fahrenheit 451, starring Michael Shannon and Michael B. Jordan. I'm sorry. We all know why I get mixed up on these people's names and whatnot. But Shannon and Jordan are in the military, and they go around burning books because books are illegal. Why are books illegal? Because books are garbage. Books don't have any knowledge. Books is graffiti, and that was the term that was used throughout this entire movie. Books are graffiti. The only books that these townspeople in Cleveland, Ohio were allowed to have was Moby Dick, some other book that I really can't remember the name of, and the Holy Bible. Now, if you think about it, think about it like this. The government telling us that books are dumb, so they ban books. But the real reason why they're banning books is because they don't want us to have the knowledge. So they're saying that Moby Dick, that one book, and the Holy Bible is okay to have. It's actually discrediting the Bible if you think about it, which is ridiculous because the Bible is the only book that you actually need. So they do that. They blaspheme God right there. That's one thing that they did that was ridiculous. And another thing that they did was basically, the whole programming in this movie was based on the fact that they're going to wipe our memory, They're going to make things illegal, they're going to give you drugs, and they're going to basically wipe your memory of any knowledge of anything and only fill it with things that they want us to have. And this movie, I guess, was based on a book, and I think they made an older version of it. Not that it matters. I just wanted to give a little bit of background knowledge. And there was a part in this movie where Michael Shannon took a freaking book off of in this woman's whole library and pointed out a pornographic book and saying, this is garbage, this is garbage, this is garbage. Well, duh, a pornographic book is garbage. No shiz nae. But another thing that he said was the fact that, and he actually sounded programmed when he said it. This Michael Shannon's character was interesting as a mug, and they left out a lot of things that would have been helpful. And I've never read the book, but they did an awful job on his character. Like, I was pretty pissed. Anywho, Michael Shannon said that, books are confusing. It confuses us because there's a whole rack of fake characters and fake lives and these things that we wish we were or we think is interesting, but it does nothing for us because it's all fiction or it's all fake. And you know what I mean? And if you think about it, it has a bit of a point, but that's the part where they get you. And it's just ridiculous that they put that in there. And the fact that he sounded programmed when he said it, because his character was so peculiar in the way that he was in his own house writing down quotes, and he spoke in like quote language, which is me. Like, I speak in, like, I quote movies all the time. Like, if somebody sounds like something, like, then, like, something off a movie, that I'm gonna say it, you know? Like, if somebody was like, anyways, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm going off topic. I'm sorry again. But, you know, it was one of those things where he sounded like he's saying what he heard someone else say, or what someone told him to say. Or, you know when you just state facts but you don't agree with it, you're just like, yeah, 2 times 2 is 4, and you can't do nothing about it. And then you go home and be like, man, I knew 2 times 2 was 5. Like, if you watch the movie, you'll know what I'm saying when I say it like that. And anyways, it was just that part, that was like one of my favorite parts, because it was so good, and we all could see that Michael Shannon's character, felt a way, but we weren't sure. And that whole thought process, though, of just books are done because it confuses you. And he also says something about why have a debate and there's 2 sides to it, and you might not even agree with either, then just don't have the book at all. And it was just ridiculous. Like, really? I don't know. It was very horrific in the sense that they had to kill this woman. This woman was inside of her library, and she actually lit herself on fire because she had all those books and she didn't want them to burn. And so she stood in the middle. She took off her freaking whatever she was wearing, and she lit herself on fire with books strapped to her. It was kind of ridiculous. And they had this footage that was like on Times Square if you've ever been to New York and you've seen the videos on the buildings, that's how all the freaking book burnings would be broadcast. And we seen the old woman, and it was just ridiculous. But the thing that got me, though, and it doesn't even have anything really to do with the movie, the thing that was redonkulous was towards the end. Now, they have a way. So Michael B. Jordan, whatever that guy's name is, character, finds this girl, he finds her, and, well, he actually knew her. But anyways, he becomes interested in the truth because he became in the military, like, out of nowhere. His dad got in trouble. He was a fireman, and the fireman wasn't the ones who put the fire out. They were the ones who actually burned the books, if you know what I mean. So what happened was, became curious as to why they were actually doing it. So when he started talking to that girl, they started having meetups and and they found the most important thing in the whole movie, which was how to keep the books going. So there was this boy who memorized 13,000 books. 13? Really? Yes. He memorized 13,000 books, and he has this bird. I guess there's no animals? I'm not sure. I only seen this movie for the first time yesterday. And I mean, a lot's happened today since I've watched it. But anyways, he is this kid with the bird, and the bird's gonna be able to send off, he inserts a chip into the bird. I guess it has all the information on it. They didn't really make that clear. But that's what happens. And it's just, for the part that really got me is the fact that they're telling us that that's how we get our viruses, okay? Because they say, okay, if we put the knowledge in the bird's going to give it to other birds, just like a virus. And, birds is going to give it to other animals, and animals is somehow going to get back to us, just like viruses. And they just told us that they give viruses to animals, to insects, to whatever, and then it comes to us. And so that's how they save the world. But, like, isn't that just ridiculous? That's the whole thing. When you watch movies, they slip things like that in there. And you just got to make sure that, like, because whatever you watch is going to do something in your subconscious. You got to make sure you have a really good relationship with God so it doesn't affect it in the way that, Big Brother wants it to, or whoever, or Satan wants you to. And, I mean, I didn't recommend Deadpool, but if you can actually appreciate, like, dissecting movies and, like, figuring out what it is they're pushing on us, if you can appreciate things like that, then I would recommend it I would recommend this movie because it's like ridiculous, the things that they're talking about. And it's so fascinating that they actually put that out there. And the fact that they're telling us, like, yeah, we're going to one day wipe your memory and this might be the way, you know? And then at the end of the movie, they're going to put a way to save the world. So it's not really in your head and you're not really thinking about it. Because nobody ever thinks, the thing is about movies, you think about it as if you are the character. But you don't think about it as if it actually happened in real life. Because that's why we can cry at movies. You know, like you think that, oh yeah, he cheated on his wife and he's so sorry and they're going to get back together. Yeah, like I'm crying because what if that happened to me? Or damn it, it did happen to me. And then, but you don't think about it in a sense that, you know, when you watch movies like this, you don't think about, oh, they're not going to take our books. They're just books. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. And like I said, you got to be careful when you watch movies and certain movies you watch. Because any movie you watch is going to do something to your subconscious. But you got to make sure that you, like I said, and I'm not going to reiterate myself. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out of breath because I pace when I do these movies. I'm sorry. I'm going to sit down now. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm going to be doing movie reviews because I like them. And when I say I recommend movies, it's because I want you to also dissect these movies. If you can't dissect it, I really don't want you to watch it. So please, like, don't if you can't dissect it and if you can't grasp what it is they're trying to say. Oh my God, I'm out of breath. So again, thank you for watching. Please like this video if you actually enjoyed it. Tell me what you think if you've watched this movie or any other suggestions of movies, because there's a plethora of movies that I've watched and there's a plethora of movies that I have not watched. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't by now. You should have subscribed. And also turn on your notifications so that you know when I upload, because sometimes I'll be telling folks that I uploaded when I uploaded like 10 minutes ago. It's so pissy offy. And please check out my links below. My Patreon, please, if you can donate anything, it'd be really helpful for this channel. I'm not like, I don't know what's going on with my freaking charger, but like, it is ridiculous. It's like cracked. It's like ripped at the bottom, and I gotta get a new charger soon. But I also have to eat and like. But anyways, also I'm going to be starting a blog. And it's just literally just to write short stories. I love to write, and I would love for you guys to read some of it and just do something different. And it's not going to be all about like, the stuff that I talk about on this channel. It's just going to be, like short stories, like I said. So if you guys are into reading and you're into writing and stuff like that, it'd be really cool if you could check that out. I don't think I'm not going to launch it until Monday, so just check back in on this video if I don't upload until then, and I'll link it below like a couple of days later once I actually make it. And also, I'm doing life coaching, so please don't forget, if you need coaching, please email me. My email's down there, and we can set up a free session. It's a consultation to see if you like my style of coaching. If you have questions about coaching, then also email me down there. And, that's cool. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. It was nice to see you this time. Not actually seeing you, but you know what I mean. Yes, that was me before I took a look into the B-I-B-L-E. HOLIBIBLE. If anyone knows that actual song and knows who sings that, please let me know, because I remember I used to listen to that song all the time with my grandma, and like, I just can't, I don't know that. I really wish I could find that song for the life of me, but I can't. So if you can, let me know in the comments. That's great. I'm really going this time. Okay, bye.